Hello again. It have been some days since I'm recording, but I don't recording if I don't have something to say. And it have happened many things now. And this is in late February 2023. And I live in Sweden, and English is not our main language. We speak Swedish. It's coming from the root of German language, and it have going on this with the balloons now, and I have talked about that heaven have told me that 2023 will be the worst year, and then it's going down slowly. But this is the peak year of everything that can happen. Bad things can happen, and good maybe things can happen. It's in 2023, and it have already started with many things going on. And this morning in the news, it was a man that is expert of UFO, and he was talking about those balloons. So I assume that they did know more than what we have heard about it with these balloons, because he was there as a UFO expert. And one thing he say that I have not read or heard before, that he say that when this first balloon they find, and it was from China, and he say that those balloons, when they send it up in a neutral line that it's okay to place measurement at, and when they do that, they report it to the United States where they were place it up, and they tell the United States that they are going to send up a balloon, and it's okay if it's a neutral way, and it's not more than a measurement thing. And those other three have not confirmed that they were sending up from some place. It was only the first one that was real from China. Those other three they don't know, and now they tell us that it was metallic. Those other that metallic things. So, and the first balloon was a real balloon with a instrument panel on, and I don't say that it's not a spy balloon. It can have been a spy balloon, but what I was listen at, it was that he say they send confirm that they are going to place up a balloon somewhere. So they give signals about it. But those three other were no signals from. They were quiet. And so it's I'm waiting for a UFO to come and show that they are here. And it can be the start of it. I don't know yet. I only say that I maybe it maybe is a sign of it that it will come more, and especially when USA Army shoot it down, they maybe go angry, or maybe is it that they want to see what's will happen. And so this is only a start. I wanted to tell you about that. And then one of my Facebook friends that is related to me, and he's a preacher, and he had this about Eric von Däniken in a YouTube movie, and I was thinking I should watch it. And Eric von Däniken, for you that don't know who he is about UFO, and he talking about UFO, and in this movie he tell that he grew up in a Catholic church, but he had a question about what's going on that the church doesn't could answer it. And he have written many books about UFO and God and UFO. And so he is talking about in the Bible, and we know, I know it since many years ago that he's this with Ezekiel, that he saw a spaceship, and that what people that is interested in UFO, they say that what he saw was a UFO. And of course Eric von Däniken say the same thing, and the other don't see it when they read in the Bible, and they don't know what it was he saw, but they skip it away and don't think about it. They only read it and not thinking what can it means with this kind of spaceship that come down in front of Ezekiel eyes. And so that is a theory, and it's a theory like everything else that is not proof of. And and I was thinking that I should say, I don't know if I have told you this, but if I have told you, it's one of the first episodes I have done. And it was about when I had this UFO coming down to me and also took me away in a spaceship in that time. So I think it was in that about the same time when the spaceship took me and fly away with me in 1994. About that time, I don't know the year, but about that time, there was a man calling me, and I don't know how he could find me and why he called me, and I maybe had written to him, and then it takes a long time, so I have forgot it. But he called me, and he was this with Eric von Däniken, and he was talking to me, and I thought everything was so strange. He was a known person. Some people say he was crazy, and some people listen at him about UFO. That's always, you never get 100% that people believe in what you are saying. No one get that 100% that they believe total. And maybe for a time they believe you, but then they fall away if they don't be fed in it, the same things. And so he was talking about Jesus, this man that called me. He's dead now. He was old already in that time. But he was talking about Jesus, but the first name that God told his name, what his name should be. And now I have forgot. It was something with E to do. Emmanuel. Yeah, thank you. It was someone here that gave me Emmanuel. That's what his name should be. So why did he come to be Jesus then? That's a question I have asked since first time I heard it. And they say Emmanuel means God with us. And and that is maybe an explanation, a lie explanation, I don't know. But this man, old man, he say that Emmanuel, that was Jesus' real name. And he was talking about UFO, and I didn't really listen at him because I was not there in that time. I had deal with aliens and UFO since it started. Someone touched me, and I have hard to speak when they send energy into my body, and he maybe enter in also. But it really started in 1978. And in that time, they took me out, this alien UFO. And today I don't know what it was, because it can have been from heaven. It's maybe was my ancestors that took me out in that time, 1978, from my home. And I know I had someone with me when I flying in the air or in those dimensions from Earth. And then I come to Jerusalem, the new Jerusalem, and saw how it looked like. And I have described it, and I have also make a drawing about it also, how I saw it from the air. I saw a city that looked like Jerusalem that I was in now in December 2022. The Temple Mountain, that is the golden roof in Jerusalem. I ended up there after that was my fourth season in Jerusalem, and it was winter time, and that was the first time and the last one that I was in that. I was not inside, I was outside the building, because that was tourist things. It was very much tourist around that. It is not a mosque. It's a building to prayer, and so I didn't go in there because I don't like tourists. And so tourist things, and it was so much tourists, and they take picture of themselves with the temple on this golden roof building, and that's not what God told me. Heaven didn't told me to go inside there. It was I should go to the bridge between the Mount of Olives and this Temple Mountain, and there was no bridge, but it had been a bridge, and so I go there because I do what God tell me to do. And I never go in there in the building. I didn't felt desire to do that either. And I didn't felt from heaven to do it. I was out there and look at what have been the bridge between the mountain there. And that it is this spirit. He's saying this to me, that 1978 was I to the New Jerusalem, and I saw this roof of gold, and I had someone with me, as I told you, and I wanted to come closer to that city, and that someone that was with me, he said that it was not my time yet, and I thought it was about to die. And in some way is it to die in my earthly body, my mindset, earthly mindset. It was to die. I felt like it was this, that I should come into that city, the New Jerusalem, when I die. But it was not literally die. That is what the Spirit that is here, he's saying that to me. It was my human way to think that have died, so I come to that place. And the bridge, I have to study it a little, what the bridge was about. But at least I know they took it away, so they couldn't walk between those mountains. But I don't know when it was, but it was a long time ago. But I saw the opening for the bridge where it had been, they had placed it there and hold it there in the mountain. I saw it, but it was like a fence around it. So that was not meaning that anyone should go in there, and it was fenced to not falling down there also. So I'm wondering how it looked like in that opening. It must be a hole there where they had the bridge. But why they took away the bridge, I don't know. But of course, I know that it was like war. That people should not could go between those mountains. I can look at it and ask heaven what it was about also till next time if I remember it. So it have started, and it is this earthquake that have going on in those war areas where they are so very, very evil. So it's of course it's innocent people that have killed also, but it's also a sign from God about it that is so very evil. And then it's so very evil that they couldn't come in those areas where these rebellious people are, and they couldn't help to find the people under the houses. And now, today, they say you are allowed to come in to give help. But that means those people that they wanted to help from other countries, they are dead. So they open up to get the money, to get food, to get things, but they never care about those people that have laying under the houses and died. It's very evil. And we will see, because they are not going to take that warning. They are going to be evil as they are, and they don't take that warning. So it must be more that God, heaven, will do to shake it up. And I say that it's not God that kill people. People kill themselves by be this rebellious and be evil, making war, kill. That is on people that have done it. It's not God that have done it. That's we have got the will. We have got the knowledge what can happen if we do something. We have that in our brain, so it's no excuse not to blame God for. And his spirit, he is like he want to whisper something in my ear, and I don't know what he means with that. That if he want to say something, he's talking about this killing that's going on also in United States and in other countries. That it's a sign what will come in the future, he say. It's only a beginning of it, and but it's also the beginning of this year that will have a peak of so much going on, and we should now he tell you that we have talked about this to be prepared, and of course heaven, they are telling their people to go away from places that is not good, and to be prepared for a bad season. And he's saying that we can only tell them, but what they do is not on us. They have the free will to take it serious or only flash it away, take that away. It's not on us, it's not on God, it's on people. We can only tell them, we can only warn them, but what they are doing from hearing this is not on us. Every person have responsible for their life, and we can only tell them. That's what he say. I start to be tired now. I will tell you that this heart sound, I was to the doctor yesterday, and they were measuring my blood pressure very much, and then they say that it was not the heart, it was in some way my heart, but it was the blood pressure that was so very high. So I was worried that they should take me to the hospital. But I told them that I have the scooter, and the whole way home it's on a path for bicycles. I'm not in the traffic going home, I say, and then I go and rest and not be out. And I can't work in my home as I wanted to do, because I have not got the medicine yet. But I'm going to get. I have medicine for my blood pressure, but it was not enough. So I should have a more stronger, the same medicine I have today, and but more of it. So the doctor forget to give me the medicine. I don't know. My brain is not good in these things. I have already left very much of the world, so I have hard to think about this kind of things, and what she really said. But I wrote to my doctor and asked them to explain for me what was going on, and say that my brain can't take this speaking, because I started to be tired in my brain when I was to a doctor, because I have to wait 2 hours in the health clinic before I could talk to the doctor, and I was laying for 30 minutes for them to measure my blood pressure, and it was much going on. But in the morning now, I take my medicine in the morning. So as I have not got any answer from the doctor, I took it was meaning that I should ask the doctor, do I get new medicine to take? No, she said, I'm going to write the same medicine for you, but a little more in the doses, stronger. So in the morning, as she said that was the answer for me, because then I took a half pill more than normally, so I at least take a little more, but not so much that I be sick of it, but a little more to defend my heart and my brain. So it was what I wanted to tell you now, and it's soon time to go and rest a little in the bed. I find out that about 30 minutes rest is enough to close my eyes and lay in the bed. 30 minutes is enough for the brain to get some rest. So it's not so very bad. And then I have put me up to get massage on my legs, but it's expensive. But I do it anyway. I need to take away the bills of something else to do it. So because it's important to get circulation in my legs. You saw it. I have taken a picture when I was in Jerusalem at the hotel. I could take a picture of my legs, and you see it's very thick. It need to get circulation in them, and I had circulation. I felt circulation when I had this first massage, and it lasted at least 2 days of really could feel it, and it was really painful, and I felt it under my feet. It was circulation under my feet that I didn't had that for a long time, and it come so it started up. She was good to do this, so I do it once again. I am going to do it once a month at least, and then when it's winter here in Sweden, so it's very too cold to be outside for a long time. But later on in spring I'm going to walk. I bought me a walker, so I can take that. At least start to walk around my house. It take 5 minutes about that to walk, and I can do it sometimes, maybe 4 times a day, to walk around my house, because if I feel that the brain start to be tired, I only go home, and it's not a long way to walk, so that's I do. And then I have the scooter if I am moving on to a longer distance. I was out in the forest on Sunday and driving around with my scooter, and I took picture of the trees. Some places, one was on the tree where I have the cherry tree where I pick cherries to eat in the spring. So I took that, and it had no leaves on it. It was winter, but I will take each time I drive through there in the forest. I take a picture of those trees and parks that I take picture of. That's what I did on Sunday, and it was wonderful. It was it was no wind, so it was okay. Well, temperature to ride the scooter on. So thank you for listening, and let's see. It's very interesting, but sad also that is going on in this time, and it's gonna, it's not the peak yet. We are in the basement now, on our way up in the peak, and the tsunami. I'm waiting for the real tsunami to come that they told us that it will come. So thank you for listening, and God bless you.